Good morning. Today we will see next part of the unit number 1, basics of control system. In this lecture we will see some definitions and the classification of control system, as well as we will see some background of control system. To start with, we will define the system. If we consider a system, do not make confusion between the thermodynamic system and this system. Here we are defining system by some other way. A system is a combination or an arrangement of different physical components which act together as an entire unit to achieve certain objective. A system is a collection of objects or components connected together to serve an objective, or a system is a combination of components that act together to achieve certain objective. This is another definition. Then we can define the control. The term control means to regulate or to direct or to command. Then control system. A control system is that by which any quantity of interest in the machine, mechanism or entire equipment is maintained or altered in accordance with the desired manner. Or simply, control system is a system in which output quantity is controlled by varying the input quantity. Means, suppose for example, we take a AC system. In the AC system, if suppose we have set the temperature inside the room, let us say 23 degrees Celsius. If suppose that temperature gets increased due to some internal change, at that time the sensor attached to that AC system will get that change, and accordance with that temperature of the room will be maintained. So, that is simple example of control system. And in AC also you can see there are number of components which are connected to each other and they are working together to serve an objective to maintain the temperature of the room constant. With this example we will move forward. This is the control system. There are some inputs, there are some outputs. We call it as input, desired input, and we will get some controlled output, and in between there is a control system which is regulating all these things. So, we can define the control system as a control system is a system which provides the desired response by controlling the output. So, let us have one example. Here a manually controlled system is shown. It is desired to maintain the fluid in the tank at a fixed height of, let us say, h, so that pressure at the outlet will remain constant. The quantity of flow out from the tank is Q out, varies with the demand. The operator opens or closes the valve to regulate the rate of flow into the tank. That is nothing but Q in, this Q in. Here manually operated valve controls the Q in, so that as per the variation of this Q out, this H value will be kept constant. The same system we can do automatically. Let us see how. Here is the example. In this example, you can see the system is same, only valve is changed. The height of water, that is head of water inside the tank, will be kept same by using a valve which is operated by one float. When suppose water level inside tank goes down, due to that this valve will also come down as it is connected to the float. As this float comes down, this valve also comes down, and due to that amount of water coming inside the tank, that is Q in, will also increase. and in other case what will happen? When water level will be increased after the desired level, this wall gets in upper direction, and due to that what will happen? The wall will close the flow or wall will close the inlet, and due to that Q in value will also reduce and flow inside the tank will also get reduced. Thus, the rate of flow into the tank is automatically regulated so as to maintain the desired height of fluid in the tank, fluid or water, whatever it may be. So, this is the best example for automatic system. Let us move further. Classification of control systems. Control systems are classified by a number of ways. Depending upon the hierarchy, control system may be classified as open loop control system, closed loop control system, optimal control system, adaptive control system, learning control system. Then depending upon the presence of human being as a pan of control system, control systems may be classified as manually controlled systems, automatic control systems. We are focusing on automatic control system. Then further, depending upon the presence of feedback, control system may be classified as open loop control system, closed loop control system or feedback control systems. According to the main purpose of the system, control systems may be classified as position control system, velocity control system, process control system, temperature control system, traffic control system. We will see in detail open loop control system and closed loop control system in coming slides. Position control system means in case of tool, machine tool, its position should be at accurate way. Velocity control system means the control of the velocity. Process control system mostly used in the process industries where the process has to be controlled. Temperature control system you know by the name itself. Traffic control system you are observing daily. Let us see in detail open loop control system. Suppose there is a heating system. In that heating system, one heating element is attached to the house, let us say. For given input temperature setting, the heating units are positioned to supply heat at a fixed rate. There is no comparator which measures the error and reset the heating unit. Means what? Here in this example, controller is there, here is the plant. This controller is set for fixed temperature, and as per that signal the temperature is set for heating, and that particular heat is given as a output. The disadvantage of such system is that if fixed rate of heat is supplied to the house, the inside temperature will vary appreciably with changes in the outside temperature. Thus, for a given set of input to an open loop system, there may be big variation of controlled variable depending on the ambient temperature. If suppose inside temperature of the house is increased to high, then also this system will continue sending the heat. There will not be any regulation on the incoming flow of the heat. Let us say one more example, traffic control. Here input will be desired traffic flow, controller will be a controller relay, plant will be lights, and actual traffic will be the output. Traffic control by means of signal is time dependent. The traffic becomes mobile or stationary depending on the duration and sequence of the signal, that is nothing but lamp glow. The duration and the sequence are controlled by relays, nothing but controller, which are predetermined and not dependent on the density of the traffic in any road. Means what? We are setting some timing in the controller. With that timing, the lights will glow independent on the how much heavy traffic is there. Another example we will take as a toaster. In the toaster, the input will be desired darkness, controller will be the timer, input supply will be the signal, and toaster will be our plant, and actual darkness will be the output. By means of timer, that means there is a darkness knob present on the toaster, power is supplied to the toaster. This is reference input. Supply input is the input command, that is nothing but this. The degree of darkness and crispiness of a toast is the output. Suppose the output is not satisfactory, then there is no way to alter the length of time of heat supplied. That is, the output quantity has no influence on the input quantity. Heater part of the toaster is dynamic part. Timer is the reference select. Means, if suppose what will happen, if suppose we have selected certain darkness and you are not getting that darkness at a output. At that time what will happen? There is no way to regulate the input. So, everything here in these all example you observe that there is no control on the output. There is no feedback from the output to the input. So, these are called as a open loop control system. Now, move for the closed loop control. Here we will see one example. It is also called as a feedback control system. In this block diagram, we will correlate with the room heating system. A regulator system is one whose prime objective is to maintain the room temperature, that is controlled variable. Room temperature we have to control constant in spite of unwanted disturbance to the system. We have to keep the room temperature, let us say at 25 degree Celsius. In this system, there is a input. That input is nothing but desired temperature. That desired temperature is given through error detector. We will come back to that error detector later. That desired temperature is given to the controller. Here is the controller. That controller does the working of controlling the heating plant. That signal is given to the heating plant. Accordance with that, heating plant, which is nothing but a furnace, will adjust its temperature. That temperature is given to the room. The room temperature is then calculated. If suppose that room temperature is, let us say 26 degree Celsius, that signal comes as a feedback and that feedback is given to the error detector. In this error detector, what will happen? Input signal and the feedback will get compared. This error signal is then created. The comparator compares the actual temperature with desired temperature in order to measure the error. This error signal is the actuating signal. That error signal is given to the controller, from where we will get the actuating signal, which is then sent to the plant, which is nothing but furnace. If the temperature is low, the comparator initiates a signal to the furnace calling for the heat. The furnace then supplies the heat to the house with a resulting change in the room temperature. For feedback control system, it is necessary that controlled variable to be feedback and compare with the reference input, so that we will get constant output from the system. We can give some more examples where closed loop control systems are used. I will suggest to list out some closed loop control system examples and some open loop control system example. We can take washing machine as an example of open loop control system, where it don't check the cleanliness of a cloth. In this, soaking, washing and rinsing in the washer operates on the time basis. The machine on time is set based on some calculation. The next point is to compare the open loop control system and closed loop control system. You can see open loop control system is simple and economical. Closed loop control systems are complex and costlier. Open loop control system are consuming less power, but closed loop system, as it is having feedback, consumes more power. Stability is not a major problem in open loop control system, but stability is a major problem in the closed loop control system. So, there are a number of ways by which we can differentiate the open loop control system and closed loop control system. I have listed some of them in the notes. You can go through that and find out the differences. But major thing you should remember is that in closed loop system there is a feedback, in open loop system there is no feedback. So, there is no control over the system output in the open loop control system. So, we have seen already some of the examples. We will move forward for the other classifications, like according to the method of analysis and design, control systems can be classified as a linear control system and non-linear control system. If system is linear, this means when an input is given to the system is scaled by value, the output of the system is scaled by the same amount of linear scaling, nothing but homogeneous property. Input is given, x linearly varies with the, means the linear equation followed by the system, then we call it as a linear control system. Linear control system obeys the principle of superimposition. This means that if two inputs are added together and pass through the linear system, the output will be the sum of the individual inputs output. If suppose there are two variables are added and passed together, then you will get the same output. And the graph, if we want to draw, you will observe that that graph varies with linear scale. Here I will show, suppose there is one system to which I am giving some input, let us say this is x1, this is y1, understand writing, this is x2, this is system, this is y2 as output, and if we have another system to which I am sending x1 plus x2, you will get output as y1 plus y2, and if you find such type of system, you will get the graph linearly varying. So, such type of systems are called as a linear systems. And if we consider non-linear system, it does not satisfy the principle of superposition. The equation, let us say f x is equal to x square, which describes the system. Output and input has relation with some curve, not a line, that is non-linear system. Then next is the depending on whether the parameters of the system remain constant or vary with times. Control system may be classified as time varying control system or time invariant control system. Time invariant control system means when parameters of the control system are stationary with respect to time during the operation of the system. The system is called as a time invariant system. If the parameters of the control system varies with respect to time during the operation of the system, the system is called as a time varying. For example, electrical network consisting of elements as a resistance, inductance, capacitance are time invariant systems, as the values of the elements of the such systems are constant and not change with the time. Resistance will not change, capacitance will also not change. If we consider another example of space vehicle whose mass varies with the time as it leaves the earth. Mass is the parameter of a space vehicle is time variant. So, remember these two examples for our reference. Then, depending on the number of inputs and outputs, control system may be classified as single input control system, classified as single input single output SISO control system, and multi input multi output MIMO control system. MIMO systems are also called as a multivariable control systems. In single input single output control system, there is only one input and there is one output. Opposite to that, in MIMO system, there are number of inputs and there are number of outputs. In our subject, most probably we will touch to the SISO control systems, as the scope of our subject is limited to that only. With this information, we will finish our lecture number 2 of unit number 1, in which we have seen the basic definitions of control system, what is mean by system, what is mean by control, what is mean by control system, how it is classified, and what are the various parameters of control system. Thank you one and all.